Hey, what is going on everybody, and welcome to Fantasia. For today, we're going to be jumping into another session of Epic 7. Now today, got some arena for you guys. That's right, today we're going to be exploring the new arena mode that is now out, and it's not really necessarily a new mode entirely, it's just a revamped version of the classic arena. So as you can see here, you have 3 opponents to choose from. This mode went live yesterday. I logged in to collect my Sky Stones, but I haven't played any matches. As you can see, I have no weekly play rewards, and I have no EXP either. I got reset to Challenger 1. I was champion before, but with the new system here, I think everyone's just in Challenger 1 now, and we're starting out the climb. So I'm just gonna go ahead and play and see what is a little different. Let's go ahead and fight. I want to fight a Genoa team. Looks pretty fun. We'll fight this team here. Now, you can sweep, by the way, in the bottom right-hand corner here, you see there's this button here. Be careful, because a lot of people were quite angry that when they logged in that this sweep was on, so when they went to click to fight, they accidentally sweep the match and then it failed, right? Because their team might not have been geared for auto into the opponents. I'm not really sure how the auto feature will work. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see like auto teams in the future. Maybe you refresh just to do like find a specific team comp that you want to fight against. That would be pretty fun, I think. It seems pretty interesting. Alright, I think what I'll do is, I think this is actually a pretty decent team here, so let's go into this opponent here with my team. I'll show you guys my units, by the way, as well, so might as well, because, you know, it's arena, and sometimes I use units that I don't normally use in RTA, but also you get to see some of my updated builds. Like, for example, Abigail here, she is actually updated. She's on Victorious Flag for some mitigation, no longer on Proof of Valor, because this gives her a little bit of a damage boost. She's on Destruction Set instead of Speed Set now, and she's packing quite a bit of bulk too. My Abigail used to have like 1200 defense, now she's almost 1700 defense, which is nice. My Arya's damage dropped dramatically, but as you can see, her effect resistance skyrocketed, but she should be fine. She's typically really decent into these types of teams here. So Briarwitch is going to be here to stop the Blood Moon Haste from reviving, and the defense break, of course. And Senya is going to protect the Arya, so is the Abigail. But yeah, let's see what happens. I think this is going to go into the Senya. Yeah, we'll do a little bit of arena matches here just to showcase the climb and how the point system works. I'm also going to go over the arena shop, things like that. They didn't change anything in the shop, unfortunately, besides taking out the gear. You could get the gear with the battle passes and stuff, but it's quite unfortunate. I hope they add more stuff later, and that this is just kind of a temporary thing. But yeah, let's see here. Ooh, Genoa got the curse on him. He also has unbuffable. That's actually really good. So, oh man, my Senya's gonna get absolutely controlled here. I am gonna go for the Blood Moon Haste, I think. Let's go for him. So we'll do this. The unfortunate thing is I think Blood Moon Haste might actually kill. Let's see here. Hilag Lance, okay. Yeah, Blood Moon Haste might actually kill the Senya. Alright, win or lose, we're just gonna see what happens. So the other thing is, arena points don't reset weekly anymore. Oh good, it didn't kill. Arena points reset with every season, so basically you can't like AFK champion like you used to. You kind of have to now just keep playing to maintain a rank, right? To keep in, like, let's say you want to AFK in quote-unquote AFK in champion, you can't necessarily do that by not playing anymore, right? And just you know, claiming your weekly rewards. You still have to play. There's weekly rewards now. You can get Sky Stones from doing that, which is kind of cool. It has its own benefits, right? But you just have to put in a bit more effort into your arena, right? And it is quite interesting, because with the reset happening every season, I think it might actually be a bit more difficult to get up to, like, let's say Emperor Legend, because the point gap is huge. Now there are sweeps that could actually make up for this, and I think this is actually a little less conquest points than we used to get, but that might just be because we're in Challenger right now. Well, it's a nice little animation. But yeah, you see, once you win a match here in Arena, it fully resets the 3 people you have to fight. So if you see a person that you want to fight, choose the easiest person to fight, right? Helps your climb, and it's not bad. Now, oh man, this guy's team down here looks kind of Disgusting. He also has a really nice frame. I might fight this guy just because he has a nice frame. I think an easy team to fight would be this team up here. You could just use Elvira in the top team and you'll be perfectly fine. But let's go ahead and fight this one down here. So it seems interesting. The other thing is when you're playing Arena, just be careful that you have a pretty decent defense. You don't want a super easy defense, because now, if you have a defense like that that's like incredibly easy to beat, there's no limit to how many people can just keep attacking you. So you could be trying to climb, but if people keep destroying your defense, you'll be plummeting in points. So having something that deters your opponent from choosing you, right? If you see a list of 3, something that the opponent looks at and goes, nah, I'll just choose an easier opponent to fight, that will keep you safer. Okay, so definitely be on the lookout for that. And if you have suggestions or questions about team comps, just leave them in the comment section down below. I'll try my best to help you guys out. But of course, the community here is very helpful as well. If you want more direct help with stuff like that, feel free to join my Discord server. Link is in the description. But yeah, let's see what we can do with this one. I can't soul burn. I don't know why I'm looking at mages right now. There's a Bellion on the other side. So Crow, Bellion. Oh man, it's a pretty bulky team here. I don't know if I want to go for something like Rylot. I think Rylot would actually be pretty decent. Midnight God Lilius would be pretty good too. Let's go for Midnight God Lilius. Let's go for Senya's fine. Let's go Rylot in the back line. I think that'll be pretty good. Midnight God Lilius will be good at just trying to one-shot somebody. What's Straze? Straze might be okay too. Straze might be okay. I'm just a little worried that there's not enough mitigation on our side. Do I need more mitigation? I feel like no, this might be okay. Maybe I'll go for a Straze instead of Midnight God Lilius. Yeah, maybe I'll do something like this, because Rylot's usually really good at cutting through people's defenses, right? So here's my Rylot, a little bit re-geared. He's a bit bulkier, but pretty much the same damage that he used to have, which is not too shabby. My Straze is over here, 260 speed. I think Ocean Breeze Lilikas are usually 240, 250, because they tend to have higher resist. But yeah, Straze might be able to cut through somebody, who knows? Everybody else is the same, so let's just go ahead and jump in here. I'm a little afraid to use the sweep feature as of right now. I'm going to test it out off camera, and then once I get like a nice team comp, maybe I'll share it with you guys. But again, let me know the general interest in Arena videos like this, because I feel like Arena is going to become much more competitive now than it was before, which is actually a pretty good alternative to RTA, right? You're fighting against NPCs, so it's a more controlled environment. As you can see here, you can kind of plan out your team before you jump in, and it's kind of nice. I think I might actually enjoy Arena now. The Victorious Flag, actually not that bad, right? Mitigating that damage right there. Let's go ahead and S3. I don't know who to necessarily go for. I think Bellion might be on counter. She's pretty slow. Rylot hasn't fallen below half of his health yet. Let's just go for the Ocean Breeze Luluka. I'll try to kill her off just so she can't sustain the team and turn cycle too much. Alright, so we'll go for this. Rylot will go for an S3 here. So we'll kill her off, and then I think we're good. Bellion's a little slow, so I don't think we'll have to worry about her too much. Okay, I might as well just hit this Karina. Oh, never mind. I was trying to avoid the counter, but that Elbrus is gonna hurt. Okay, let's just go for Karina once more. Alright, Straze gets to go. Let's just S2. We'll ignore res and strip everything here. Gonna get countered. That sucks. Bellion's gonna go. This, as long as it doesn't hit the Rylot, we're fine. Okay, good, it missed. So now we do get a nice chunky barrier. That's the reason I put Rylot in the back line. Abigail's also here, which is kind of good because we do actually protect the Rylot in the back. Just in case he does get crit, he won't actually die. Now, the problem here is Karina is probably going to kill Abigail. I'm hoping not. Let's see what happens. Bellion's going to counter again. That's terrible for me. Oh, no! It's pretty bad. That's alright, because we have Senya. The whole point of this was to keep a really high damage nuke in the back line in the form of a single target damage dealer. Because look, Rylot can easily take care of units like Karina, right? High damage units, Rylot can kind of slice through, and you can abuse your opponent's units like Bellion, by the way, where their AOE's hit, they can't help but target the Rylot. And then when they hit him, hopefully he dodges, and when he dodges, you get a pretty good gain of focus, right? And then you can possibly proc his S3 again and slice through somebody. Alright, so here's the Battle Pass rewards, by the way. So you can actually get all of the weapons in the Battle Pass. You can also get really nice things like reforged materials. I like the charms and stuff too. Your Unknown Slay, again, you don't have to buy these things anymore, which is fantastic. So your Conquest points can actually be used to obtain... it can be used to obtain gear charms, and you can also use it to buy energy, which I do every day. Right, and you can get that in the arena shop over here. So just checking out the shop right here. They did remove quite a bit of old season gear, so the resist and the HP sets are still here, but typically people are going to be buying energy and buying a lot of these charms, right? So that's pretty good. Anyway, come back here. Let's continue going. By the way, you can still refresh. You get consecutive victories. I don't know if you get consecutive victory win streak bonuses. See, bonus will apply starting from a 4 win streak, right? So that's good. And you can check out the details here. You get extra conquest points, you get extra points from climbing. So if you do really well, that's a good thing. If you're just lazy, you can also just sweep things. Really quick before we jump to the next one, they also revamped the arena challenges right here. So you can choose these to fight, and then when you challenge them, I don't think they give Sky Stones, but they for each individual play, but they do count towards your weekly play rewards here, which also includes Sky Stones. So it's not terrible. Alright, what are we going to do here? That's a disgusting team. Uncounterable stuff from the ML Politis Ron. I don't think I like that. No, I don't think I like that team. So, again, if you see a team that you don't like, just avoid it, and then find something that you do like. So, for example, we can probably go for... this team looks like you can pretty easily kill it with an LQC or an Aiden of your choice, but this team down here also looks really easy, so I'm going to fight this team. Well, I wouldn't say really easy. It's more suited for my playstyle, which is a bit slower. I typically don't like fighting against cleave units in Arena, because people sometimes put trap units in there. Trap units, as in some units, are incredibly slow, slower than what you'd expect, and so, you know, if your opener, like, say I put a DJB into the other team, but the ML Politis is slow, or the Ron is slow, then DJB goes and it screws up the whole turn order, and then you can still potentially lose, right? They might speed tune their units. It's risky, but yeah, they also had a really good team because they have Astromancer Elena, so I can't really do anything about that. I can't counterattack. But let's try this one. So, Spirit Eye Celine, Blood Moon Haste, oh no, Laia and Karina. This actually might not be a great team to fight against. What do we want to do here? I guess a good unit would be a unit that can kind of still slice through everybody here. Like, Rylet's probably not the best option because Spirit Eye Celine exists. I would like to go for maybe a Flitica. Flitica would be kind of nice. A control team would be kind of good too, actually, to control this Laia, for example. So I could potentially go control, like Paracaptain Flan. I can go for a Solitaria. My Solitaria, by the way, I'll show you her build. It's looking pretty sick. Let's go DDR. This might be okay. And then we'll have a opener like Flitica, who should be able to help us out. Alright, let's try this. Flitica will go Team Imprint, or sorry, Self-Imprint for effectiveness. DDR, Self-Imprint for effectiveness. Paracaptain Flan giving the health to people. It's pretty good. We'll give the health to Solitaria, actually. So, here's my Solitaria. She's quite disgusting. She's going to be on 220 effectiveness. So I did speed her, or lower her speed by about like 9 speed, and then gave her pretty much 100 extra effectiveness, which is pretty nice. Paracaptain Flan here is looking pretty good too with her effectiveness and her bombs. And Flitica I might actually just use to control Laia. I don't know how I'm going to go about this, but by resetting Laia, I'm going to make sure that there's no cleansing on the other side, which is pretty solid. And of course, DDR is going to do DDR things, so we'll see how this plays out. Let's go ahead and jump into this and see how it goes. This is a really risky team, bringing control into matches, but just want to showcase some diversity in terms of what you can be bringing. Alright, let's go ahead and reset. Ooh, look at that Spirit Eye Celine super fast. But let's go for a reset onto Laia. I'm not going to S2 here. There's no reason to. There's no buffs to strip. So we're just going to push everybody up, get that skill null going. Alright, and Solitaria, we can actually just push back the Spirit Eye Celine. I think that's pretty good. I need to double check. I didn't see if Life got reset. I hope she did, because if she resisted that, we're kind of screwed. She didn't, so she didn't reset, so that's good. So what happens is, her S2 is on a really long cooldown. Spirit Eye Celine did not get stunned, which is a kind of a shame. But we can probably just go for... Do I want to go for an S3? Do I just go for an S2? If I go for an S2... Push up Pirate Captain. Pirate Captain Flan should be able to do this. Look, I'm going to give effectiveness buff to everybody. I'm not S3ing because there's no reason to sleep them when Pirate Captain Flan's about to AoE and wake them up anyway. So we'll just go ahead and do this. Push everybody back, right? Laia can go and she can dual attack, it's fine. Okay, that's not fine. That was like the worst unit for him to attack with there. So Spirit Eye Celine gets to S3. She gets to cleanse everything, I think, but it's all good. Yeah, so now, look at this. They have the Immortality. I can go ahead and strip that with Flitica. Boom. Very nice. And we will go for... Let's go for some injury on Laia. How about that? Get some Venom onto that. Because I think Blood Moon Haste is on counter. Karina's probably as well. Let's go ahead and just hit the Karina. We'll stun her. She resists the bombs, actually. This is why control is not very reliable. But we can actually go for... I could go for an S3 here, why not? Let's go for an S3. And I'll try to kill this Spirit Eye Celine. Or should I? No, because then Blood Moon Haste gives everyone the immunity. I guess what I can do is I can still go for Blood Moon Haste here. Or not, I mean that was pretty bad. He didn't get put to sleep. Okay, he was resisting there as well. Alright, fantastic. Gonna wake up some units from their sleep. Okay. There we go. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Thankfully, the Blood Moon Haste didn't have the buff here, so that's good. Everyone else got a barrier and immunity, which kind of sucks, but Karina didn't get to really do much either. Because she was stunned. Let's go ahead and kill the Blood Moon Haste. He's really annoying. Alright, and... let us just boost up our effectiveness again. Let's push everybody up. So as you can see, it's pretty versatile what you can do here with your units. I didn't strip there with the S1, that kind of sucked. Okay, kill the Blood Moon Haste. Pirate Captain Flan might just die, but it's alright if she does. Let's go for the Laia. Okay. Yeah, Pirate Captain Flan is definitely dead here. But thankfully, Solitaria does have enough damage, I think, to kill this Karina. Okay, we're good. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Laia. Laia has S3, so we're in a little bit of trouble. Let's go ahead and... Oh, does Solitaria have S3? Actually, Solitaria does have S3. That's really good. So we'll do this. Venom. Alright, so now Solitaria's S3 gets to come in. We get to take an extra turn, so we should be able to finish everybody off here. Very nice, and then... should be able to finish. I'm gonna attack the Laia. Karina's already popped off all her skills. We have skill null on everybody. The safest play is to just go for Laia. And there you go. The extra splash damage from Fairy Tail kills the Karina. And we're good. And we only lost Pirate Captain Flan, which is not bad. 3 consecutive victories, not terrible. Let's continue. Okay, so ooh. This team looks like it's interesting, because you can easily just bring a Briar Witch Isiri into this and kill this Elvira pretty quickly. Elvira doesn't really do anything anyway, not necessarily preventing you from doing stuff. You just end up killing Genoa, and I think you're fine. This team down here, with a bunch of knights, could, again, just bring Straze, bring a unit that can easily slice through these knights. Just if you're bringing Straze, careful of the Landy and her anti-crit buff for the team. If you're bringing Minek Lilius, be careful of the Albedo. So this team is actually decently well thought out. Karina's also good splash damage for everybody. Same with the ML Senya, pretty decent damage. That doesn't care about defense, right? Overall. Bottom team looks like it's barely built, so I'm not going to fight that. Let's go ahead and just fight the first one here. Or should we... Actually, you know what? Let's fight this one. This one seems like the most challenging one, because it has so many knights on there. But let's see if we can do this with... Who should we do this with? Who should we use into this team? I feel like Bologna's probably good here, and... yeah, I feel like Bologna's pretty good here. ML Bologna. So let's go ahead and bring her. So Lone Crescent Bologna should be fine. You could technically control this team minus the Landy, so you could keep DDR in here as well. It's not terrible. We do need some mitigation, so I'm going to go for a knight. For a knight, we can probably go for someone who's just pure mitigation that offers a little bit of damage. Could go for something like a Last Rider Crow. Could also just go Dragon Bride Senya. It's pretty safe. Pretty safe pick. Last Rider Crow might not be terrible. Let's go for Last Rider Crow. He has some AoEs and stuff, right? So we can get barriers and things. So it's not bad. My Last Rider Crow, I'll show you his build. I actually kind of upgraded him too, so it's pretty good. I don't think I want another knight here. We already have enough mitigation. We have damage with Bellona. She can kill the Landy. She can ignore the anti-crit and stuff. And DDR's here for some debuffs. We could potentially bring a Genoa here. I'm just worried about the Karina mostly. Ooh, or we can go Bibulus. You know, Bibulus might not be bad here. Bibulus might be really good here because the counters that might come out from Albedo, from Karina, from the Landy. Typically, Albedo and Karina are common counter units as well. Albedo can also be speed, but we'll see. I think this is a pretty good team. So here's my Last Rider Crow, by the way. So he is currently on lifesteal. I actually upped his defense by quite a bit. So he's 1600 defense now. Still 27,000 HP. I gave him like 10 more speed, so he's like 194 speed now. Very, very proud of his build. He basically just needs a better boot because his boot is absolutely terrible. Alright, next up we have Bibulus. I switched up her build a little bit, mostly just swapping some gears around. Still pretty much the same stats, maybe like lost 10 effectiveness, but she is on Old Gardening Shears for some extra debuffs. DDR I think you guys already saw, but here is my Lung Crescent Bellona. So Sigurd Scythe, plus 30, still Destruction Pen set, full damage build really. I really like this build, so I haven't been changing it. She deals with ML Landy fairly nicely. But yeah, let's jump into this and see what we can do. Bibulus also gives a little barrier, a little bit of healing when the opponent counters, so we can utilize that to our advantage. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just S3. He doesn't have any cleansing on his side, so might as well strip the barrier. This looks like it's a protection set Albedo. I'm gonna assume the Albedo's on protection set here. Let's go ahead and push up the team. Extra effectiveness from Bibulus is always nice. Let's go ahead and S3 so we can debuff their entire team. If we can put unbuffable and stuff on, it'd be great. I think she has that in her kit. Oh wait, no, it's not. She has like a blind, I think, and a silence on S1. So look at that. Look at the counters coming out. So Bibulus gets to go. LRK gives a nice barrier to the team. Look at the defense break. Oh my god, defense broken Landy it's over. Look at that, guys. It's pretty much over. I don't really need to do anything except I could kill Karina right now. I don't know if I need to deal with Landy. Let's kill Karina first, then we'll try to kill the ML Senya next. I feel like Last Rider Crow is probably going to kill anyway. We'll see. He's countering, that's fine. If he salvos, it's going to kill his Landy. So Bellona's going to come in with an S2. Yeah, pretty much killed the Landy, right? So he does give a barrier to his team, but it doesn't matter at this point. So you can see how even tanky teams like that, you might look at it and feel like, oh, that's overwhelming. But with the right team comp, you can pretty much overcome it. And again, another counterattack means it's good for Bibulus. Can't really do all that much. Let's just go ahead and hit the Albedo. Oh, look, she is on counter. So yeah, look at that. Extra hit here. If we could land a Venom, that'd be nice. Oh, look at that. Just detonate the Venoms now. Easy peasy. Might as well just go for this. I know the Soulburn doesn't do anything because she's resistant to sleep, but it's pretty much over once he hits us here, because Bellona's going to counterattack. And yeah, there you go. Another quick and easy little match. So this is actually pretty fun, not gonna lie. If you guys want this to become a little series, like every week we do a little bit of an arena climb, I'm down for that. How many flags we use? We use 4 flags so far, okay? So let's do maybe one more match here. So what do we want to fight? And you can see the rewards. The weekly reward plays. You can get this up to 3 times, by the way, which is kind of nice. So just make sure you're using your flags. Another way, by the way, to get flags is if you click up here, you can also go to the store, use 100 friendship bookmarks to buy 5 flags. You can do this every single day. You don't need to use Skystones to play Arena. Just get this extra flags. You get 10 plays every single day. And of course, your flags can recharge as normal. So it's pretty nice. Let's go ahead and fight. Ooh. Ooh. DDR Melpolitis Genoa Laya. That looks disgusting. Oh, this is the highest ranked player out of all these three. Okay. A lot of the Melpolitis teams are coming out here, so I guess as I'm climbing up, I'm seeing more and more of the conforming teams. Now, here's the good thing, right? If you see conforming teams like this, if you can manage to find an auto battle team into these, you can sweep a bunch of these teams fairly easily. But I don't trust the auto sweep feature yet. I'm going to experiment with it off camera, but let's try this first. Let's go into the... I think this bottom team should be fine, right? ML or Laya... Oh no, but the Melpolitis makes Arya a very questionable play into Genoa because you get your focus so much slower. This is starting to become a little tricky, huh? This one you can't really cleanse the Melpolitis. You can't use DJB into this because there's a Selena on the other side. There's also a lot of protection here. Not as much damage on the top team because they don't have Genoa. These bottom teams do have Genoa. I think we can probably still get away with an Arya here. So let's go for it. Let's try it. If we go for Arya, I think what we can do is put Christie into this team too. Christie will probably absorb the hit from Genoa, at least at the start. Would Wukong work here actually? Wukong might work. The issue with Wukong is that he's actually not terrible into Genoa and Laya. The issue with Wukong is that he can be controlled by units like DDR for the sleep, and I don't know if I like that. Not really sure if I do. Dilibet won't be good here because we have high res units. I was thinking about Dilibet as a cleanser, but that's not going to work. Plus, her fighting spirit's halved by Melpolitis. I could go Dragon King Sharoon, actually. I think she's pretty decent. So let's go ahead and give her the effectiveness imprint here. I think this team might work. It's a little risky, of course. You always run the risk of dying into stuff like this. But with Arya here, we might be okay. Laya's going to target the Arya naturally. I don't think Arya can get stripped, so I'll show you guys the builds, right? Christie here is on a almost 300 resist build. She's on Bastion, so she gives the backline unit a barrier and immunity, which is kind of nice. Wukong is going to be here to kind of try to be a DPS, and we'll see how he works. Most Genoas now, I feel like, are on resist builds for some reason, so I don't know if we can reliably stun him, but Arya should be able to kill regardless. This is my Arya. You saw her earlier. Really strong to Genoa, so have a good Arya built if you want to fight these Genoas easily, right? Dragon King Sharoon as well is going to be great against DDR. She doesn't have any healing or cleansing in her kit or in her artifact here, so I'm using Earth Sharoon's artifact so for more effectiveness and for the CR pushing. So we'll see what happens. Let's jump into it and pray that we don't die. Alright, last match here. Hopefully, by the way, you guys learned a bit more about the arena system and how it works. If you have any additional questions, if there's something I missed or didn't answer, or just want to know more about, leave a comment down below. I'd love to help you guys out, and I do read all the comments that you guys post, even when I don't always respond to them or heart them. Sometimes I'm busy and I scroll through comments throughout the day. But yeah, I do read all of them, so I really appreciate you guys who leave comments and ask questions. Okay, Genoa's gonna come in. He's either hitting Wukong or Christie. He hits the Wukong, so that's good, because Wukong's resistant to defense penetration. So we do actually survive that. Let's go ahead and push everybody back here. Okay, good stuff. Politi's still gonna go. Ooh, that hurts. Do we stun? Nope. We did push up the Wukong though. Do I risk hitting the Genoa? I guess I could. I could also kill DDR, but I think we'll just go for the Genoa here. We'll try to stun him. He does seem like he's on a damage build. Typically the resist builds have a little less damage. Yeah, there you go. So I kind of judged from how much he was doing that he was pretty much full damage. This is a pretty good little setup right now, because Laya's going to attack, and I do want that. Let's go ahead and stun the DDR. Nope, or not. That's fine. Because Arya is going to counter. Very good. Okay, she's going to keep countering. Very nice. Genoa's still stunned, so I really don't care. Let's go ahead and S3 here. Give a little attack buff, help out Arya's damage just a smidge. Because even though she's a defense scaler, attack still matters a little bit. And look, yeah, she can't get stripped at all, so she's going to keep countering. The Genoa goes down, very good. Laya's the only one I worry about, because if she can potentially kill with her S3. There's no soul burn, because it's an AI, but look, her S3 is up. So, I am going to use Wukong's soul burn here, I think. Let's go ahead and just S1 the Laya. Alright, Wukong has an attack buff. Let's go ahead and soul burn this. Hopefully it's enough damage. Oh, that's a good amount of damage. Alright, let's go for the Laya here. Okay, so if this doesn't kill, I mean, Christy does have Aureus built into her kit. Yeah, it didn't kill, so there you go. And Arya gets to finish the job. Even if Arya died here, would have been fine because Wukong would have been there, and he's resistant defense penetration. So if Laya got another S3 and threw into Wukong, we would have been perfectly fine. So yeah, hopefully this has shown you that Arena is pretty much the same as it was before, just a little bit different system, and you have to actively play it. So I do encourage you guys to do your best, and of course, if you guys need help directly with Arena teams, or just how to figure out the mode, feel free to leave a comment down below, or join our Discord server. My community has players of all different experience levels, and we're all willing to help. So, with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.